So I'm back. I helped these sellers right over here fix up the house. I covered the costs. I handled everything from the remodel to picking things, colors, materials, handling the contractors. We did it all and they are so happy. They are thrilled with the sale price we got. It had been a rental for like 30 years, same tenant who was a bit of a hoarder, really nice tenant, but the house was in rough shape. I handled it all while the sellers were out of town. I'm going to take you inside. I'm going to show you a little before and a little after. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you have a house that needs updating, whether it's a lot like this one or maybe just even a little bit, always reach out. I'm happy to give any advice on colors, what buyers really like these days. And I'm also happy to help with the finances. I know sometimes it's tough for people when they're thinking about a move to cover the costs. So again, with these sellers, I covered all those costs. They literally just sat in their home and got the weekly updates for me, what I had purchased, the color schemes I was doing, updates with pictures. And at the end, they paid me back out of the close and they got a ton more in that sale price. But anyway, let's have a look. Here's the front yard with a lot of dirt, just kind of a lot of clutter. The interior was just pretty original, 40 years old, multiple floorings. That carpet was beat up. That was a single pane window. It had popcorn ceilings in a lot of the house. Most of the windows had been updated though. This tenant had lived there, like I said, probably close to 30 years. He loved projects, loved working on cars. He actually had 6 cars in the backyard we had to have removed. That flooring the tenant had been redoing. I just hadn't completed it. So instead of starting over, we completed that and then put in the luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout the rest of the house and matched the color. This is the hall bathroom. It wasn't too bad, but we still decided to get it to make just the whole house feel fresh and clean. This is a primary bathroom. The tenant had planned on redoing it at some point, but I guess it had been demoed like this for years. The backyard, like I said, he loved projects. We had removed 6 cars out of here. He actually did it before we really started working on the house, but the yard is just really needed some love. And a lot of stuff going on. So when I first met with the seller, well, here's some pictures during the construction, but when I first met with the seller, they had recently moved out of state. This had been a rental property for years. They just didn't know that they wanted to take on a lot of remodeling and they were considering just selling as is. And, I said you could probably get around 950,000. Or I could help you. I can handle it all. This is what I do for my clients, and you can be out of state and I will just update you. And I handled it all. I covered the cost. I'm going to say I put in around $90,000. And I managed everything. Gosh, I know all the people at Home Depot by their first name, and my contractor's fantastic. And look what we did. I mean, it's beautiful. Love my white kitchen with the recessed lighting. Can always accessorize a kitchen, but white is so timeless. This was the flooring that, the tenant had started and we just matched, and I think it looked great. It was a little bit darker, but it actually, while you were in the house, it felt like it flowed really well. There's recessed lighting. That was a new slider. So anyway, after all was said and done, there's the hall bath before and then after. Love my white. The white and gray tile in the shower area was timeless. Love that. So from $950,000 sale, I put in around $90,000. Sale price was 1.475, so $1,475,000. So in their pocket, they paid me, whatever I put into the house out of the close. So technically, it's like they didn't even have to pay me; it just came out of their profit, and they walked away with over $300,000 more. And they were super happy. Look at the clutter before. And when it's all cleaned up, I'm pretty sure this buyer is going to be putting in a little accessory dwelling unit, like a little guest house. There's a side gate that would have easy access right up that path. So that would be easy for them to offset their mortgage. But sellers are super happy. So I hope you liked it. Another really fun project for me with super happy sellers. I'd love to help you if you need anything. Always reach out if you just have questions. Annie, and until next time, have a great one.